it's a small world after all, that kind of thing. So someone did point out that the mug that I use is the same as
the van.
There's the van as well.
That's hilarious. I've got a different one today.
Oh, you do? An Abigail size one.
Yeah.
We are live, by the way, but this is this is like the little chit chat before, whilst people get involved.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll introduce my mug because I like getting a new mug. So my last one was Lapland because I love Lapland and I love Father Christmas. We went for the day. Today, funnily enough, it's another Christmas one.
Another Christmas one.
This is Vancouver Christmas Market that my fantastic sister bought to try mulled wine for the first time in it.
Ooh.
Non-alcoholic, I might add.
Ah, so like a hot Ribena.
She didn't like it.
Oh, hang on. Oh. We don't want echo. Who have we got? Hello, Liz.
Oh, hello.
Who else is out there? Show yourself. Say hello. Let's pin that there so we can see what's going on. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. I feel like I'm really far forward compared to you, and it's right. So
I'm just a sidekick anyway. So.
You're just a sidekick. So we've got Liz, Helen, and Dion. Hello. How are you all to this evening? It's Friday.
Woohoo!
Whoop, whoop. So there's no more working from home, and unless you're a key worker, an essential worker, and you're out and about, we can now wind down till for the weekend before the week ahead.
And I was just saying to Tom, what to have for tea? Because let's remind ourselves it's the weekend. Do we cook something, or do we have a takeaway? Correct.
Who else is thinking the same out there that they would rather...
Let's celebrate the weekend with something we can do at home.
Yeah.
Order a takeaway. We did order a Shaky Shack.
Yeah.
Our local milkshake place. It's very nice. Tom went for Gold Bar.
Gold Bar.
Classic.
Old school Gold Bar. So that's what we're thinking of doing, to really make it obvious that it's the weekend and not just another day in lockdown.
Yeah, people are beginning to forget days.
Yes, very much so. I've seen a great picture where everyone's just scratched out like the mun and the tubes.
Just day.
And
it's another day.
It's a week of days, and that's all that we're living in at the moment. Mm-hmm. So if we can make a clear distinction between now and the weekend, then we're doing something all right.
Friday.
Friday. Was it the Crunchy advert? That was Friday, wasn't it? Where did that go again?
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it.
Oh, no.
I know. I want you.
There you go. Getting the singing in nice and early.
It just happens.
Hello, Vicky.
Hello.
And Liz has pizza. So get on the action.
It's a good one.
We had pizza last week.
Is it the D? Is it the D one?
Yes, I believe so.
Amen to that. Because I know you were disappointed the other day. How dare they?
How dare they?
Glad to hear it.
So we're here. You can probably see that we're not as focused as we usually are.
Because it's Friday.
And this has pretty much been my entire day. And inspired by a question from Liz a couple of days ago, we're talking about all this barrage of information that we're having about, use this time to upskill and to make your life amazing and to join my Zoom party and go on house party and let's watch this together and let's do 500 pub quizzes all at the same time. You're on house party?
I'm on house party.
I haven't used it yet.
I haven't used it, but I know my friend Linda B is in the house.
It's in the house.
Hello, Linda B.
I love that. So that's what we're going to be talking about. For those viewers who are watching now, Adrian. Hello, Adrian. Hi, Jane, Hannah, and him. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. You're new from I was just about to talk about yesterday. For those of you that watched the joint live that I did with Hannah yesterday, if you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate some thumbs up for that one. And I think that there's some workings in there for part 2, which is how can we support people that are going through those stages of grief, as opposed to just understanding it from an individual point of view. What can we do to help those around us that you might identify as being in that group? And it might not be just from the death of someone. It might be because of circumstances that we're in, linking even further back to my live about anticipatory grief as well. Oh no, Paul, it's not. I'm wearing a Broadhaven football T-shirt with "Get the Boys a Lift" on it.
What T-shirt is he talking about?
So I told him I was going to show him my Boba Fett Star Wars T-shirt yesterday, and I had it on, and I just didn't show it. So sorry. But I don't have it on. I am wearing a T-shirt from another charity called Get the Boys a Lift, which is a local mental health service to Pembrokeshire.
Yeah.
So if you want to support them, find them on the internet as well.
Give us a flash.
With it. I might as well actually do it.
Hey,
there you go. This is Get the Boys a Lift.
It's about mental health.
It is about mental health, and this is a special one because it's got Broadhaven Football Club on it as well. Oh god, it's confusing me with the camera. With the logo as well, with it within their logo.
Very good.
John's made his tea. Well done.
Cheers.
Everyone's got their tea.
I have coffee.
I've got my milkshake today.
Cheers. Thank you. Makes it so much nicer.
Does it makes it a little bit more relaxed, doesn't it?
I think so.
So who of you out there has received numerous invitations about joining different parties or use this time to be the best that you can be in all of that mumbo jumbo? Because I know that I certainly have. And as much as I've put a lot of my energy and focus into doing these videos.
Yes, you have.
I haven't really done much else.
No?
No.
You're always busy reading and stuff.
But that's because I enjoy reading. I was doing that beforehand, but there's a temptation at the moment for everyone to be out there and be like, right, this is your opportunity to read 100 books a day.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah. Hello, Graham. And as much as it's really nice to be invited to all these different parties.
Can I say I've been invited to one, and that was one friend called Linda B in the house.
Linda B.
That's pretty much all I've been invited to.
Have you not been flooded with?
I guess I'm just an absolute loser. People know I'm not going to be can't be bothered.
Maybe it's a city problem then, where there's so much going on
country
anyway.
Bumpkins. We think we're wild being in the house party. Virtual house party.
You can play a game within the app.
I know, what the heck? I don't even know that.
Oh, did you not?
I don't even know
ruined
that.
it.
I don't even know it.
Spoilers. But yes, but there has been, or certainly from my experience and from what I'm hearing from lots of other people, is that there's lots going on, and particularly there was a tweet which I was made aware of from J.K. Rowling, which said something along the lines of, and I hope that this isn't me. I know that she's not referencing me direct, and I'm not a life coach yet. But no quote tweeting, but if you're a life coach who's on here implying people are losers if they aren't learning a new skill / building a brand while on lockdown, maybe stop. People have challenges you know nothing about. Sometimes getting through something is more than enough.
Well, being in isolation right now could be absolutely enough, and getting through day to day. Definitely,
I definitely feel that. And as much as I've been doing these videos, one thing that I haven't done is I didn't even know there were subtitles. Sorry, Liz has just made me aware that their subtitles are hilarious. They're absolutely nothing like what you're actually saying. I didn't even know there were subtitles.
That's hilarious.
But I know since we've been on lockdown.
Zippity doo dah, zippity yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay.
If you can screen grab the subtitles on that, I would love to see them. But yeah, there's certainly in week 1 where people were trying to come to terms with the isolation that we were going through. And there was that whole temptation of you should be doing this and you should be doing that and you could be doing this and that should be that. And what, you did that?
I've seen Facebook stuff.
Yes.
And Instagram stuff, but no one's specifically invited.
That's what I mean. It's become like the trend. It's become the aura of this lockdown.
Learn a new language.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
It is, yeah. I'm on Duolingo anyway. That was beautiful. Thank you, Graham.
Thanks, Graham. Bless you.
And yeah, so the aura out there at the moment is that there's this desire and this want for people to become amazing. The subtitles make you look. Sorry, we're laughing at John. Yeah. I love that.
We'll have to go black and white.
I know. I want to watch it back. Whenever I watch it, I don't get subtitles.
That's nuts.
Whenever I have seen, intrigued as to how we turn these subtitles on.
Oh, I don't know.
Liz, get on it. I have no idea. Oh, that's comments up. I don't even know.
Not a clue.
Never mind. I want to know the subtitles too. But yeah, the aura of what we're talking about is that there's this desire that everyone should leave this lockdown a better person, and if you're not working on yourself during this time, then you're rubbish. And to kind of be a bit of a spoiler, that's not true. But it's the temptation and the feeling that you're going to get in the run up, because you've got all these different things that they're kind of filtering into your social media that's going to be causing a bit of a problem with that. So learning a new language.
I'm getting bored of, poor isolation. Let's take a photo from 10 years ago on the beach. That's not.
No. And like, just look back at your own memories if that's an issue that you've got. I don't know, they're just saying this after the video. Oh, well. Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued. But the kind of long and short of it is that it's not rubbish if you can't do it. So my major thing since isolation started was to start doing these live videos. And the reason why I'm doing these live videos isn't to build my brand, but it's to be...
It is.
Well, it's a byproduct. It's
part of it.
No, look, it's a byproduct.
I'm not knocking it.
Well, that sounded like you were.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it's part of it, though.
But brand building is a byproduct of it. And thank you and welcome to all the new followers that I've got. Because in the last 2 weeks... Can I
just say, somebody bought a hoodie from Tom's website the other day.
Yes, they have.
He was super duper over the moon.
I was, and I'm not even wearing my hoodie today.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And if anyone else is interested, then HelloTomDyerShop.com is where you can find all the I Accept merch.
There you go.
And the reason why I wanted to do it as a clothing brand, and it's been in existence for a while now, is that it's a constant reminder as to, yes, things aren't necessarily the best at the moment, but I can wear with pride that I'm going to get through it anyway. A little reminder that if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed or you're feeling a little bit loserish, as the theme is at the moment with social media, that you can look down and be like, actually, no, I'm doing okay.
Who's saying anyone's a loser?
J.K. Rowling.
Oh.
She's calling out life coaches because they're saying, this is your opportunity to be the best you could ever be, man. And you don't have to. No, you don't have to. No. And there's been a real mix, particularly like a lot of the people I follow on social media are creatives, and there's been the mix of people that have been like, I'm singing a song every day, I'm writing a play every day, I'm still Zooming with all of my creative buddies, and we're doing screenplays together. And like, fair play to them for wanting to do that. My thing was doing these videos, not with the initial intention of building a brand, that's a byproduct, but my initial intention was to be a new voice, to be a different point of view, to be something that you could interact with without actually physically having to go, yes, I'll put in
a little bit of sunshine in your life.
A little bit of sunshine. Oh, but well, he sang Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone, didn't he? Bill Withers.
Innocent.
And he's passed away today as well, which is really sad.
My favourite one is Lean On Me.
Lean on me when you're not strong. So he sang that. And where was I going with that? Yeah, so my intention was to be just me and to give people the opportunity to talk, hear a different voice without having to pick up the phone and be like, yes, I'll put in your Zoom ID and I'll make sure that I've got this allocated time. And here I am not doing the other things that I wanted to do because now I'm committed to a Zoom ID date. Or that's a really bad term of phrase. Zoom ID training, script reading. These are all my examples. So many pub quizzes, which is great. And it really is.
I haven't got that many friends. That's why I'm not.
You need to start accepting people.
Yeah.
And where was I going with that? I was going with Zoom. And what's happening now for the first time is that...
Same year, John. I have to work all day as well.
Yeah.
They're expecting me to teach my child. I can't fit that in.
Exactly.
I can't be doing with the temper tantrums.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God, just do 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
And so, so there's still people still working, and yet they're still getting this social media barrage of, oh, this is a good time. It's like, my life hasn't changed. Fundamentally, my life has not changed. I'm still the same person I was before. I'm still the same person going forward.
I just happen to be sat at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the only difference. The desk has moved.
Yeah.
Which puts in other challenges such as social interaction, which is why it's brilliant to see loads of people getting together and doing Zoom parties and house parties and all these different things are getting together. But whereas before, if you kind of committed to one thing, we're now double booking and triple booking. It's like I've got so much choice to make now that I don't necessarily want to have to do, and I don't have a plausible reason not to do them. And that becomes quite difficult, because whereas you could say, oh, I can't go to that because I need to phone my mum.
There's no excuse anymore, because you are sat at home.
We are sat at home.
Yeah,
and someone's messaged me today saying, oh, you've forgotten about me. I know you're home 24/7. It's like, ooh.
All right, Arcee.
That stings a little bit.
Yeah, no need.
And I felt that for a little bit before going, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
Nice. And that kind of that overwhelm of all these different bits and pieces that are coming, particularly those like John who are still working as well,
and me,
and Abigail who are still working, is that if there are more and more phone calls taking place because there's no more chit chat, which you've definitely felt today, is that the time to be ourselves doesn't exist anymore.
No, too busy.
So now we're being pressured to do more with kind of less time, and we should be coming out of this with masters and PhDs, and we should be the best thing ever. And when we come out, I'm a great person now.
I'm a new person.
Yeah, where in reality,
a new fantastic point of view.
If people aren't singing that when they walk through their front door on the first time we're allowed out, I'll be very disappointed.
I'll be expecting video footage.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? It's your car.
I almost didn't start the other day because I haven't been in it for so long.
Oh, I need to run my engine actually. There you go. Here's
check your engines, peeps.
Yeah, public service announcement. Make sure your car's still running. And for those in cities who don't park near their front door, make sure it hasn't been broken into.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll put a bit of a dampener on it.
Well, no, I'm helping people out.
Okay.
And so yeah, so there's the people trying to make you better. They're inviting you to multiple things at the same time, and now you have to choose. Hello, Mum.
Hello.
And now you've got to choose, which then means that feels like that you're ranking different bits and pieces, and then you can feel guilt because you've let someone down, and then it's best easier to do nothing, but then you're doing nothing. And that can all get a little bit overwhelming as well. And so sometimes it's just nice just to hunker down.
I think it's important to.
So
I feel like hunkering down.
Yeah. Normal stuff still needs.
Absolutely,
exactly.
It does.
Yes,
it's
Hannah,
true.
I completely agree with you. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you don't need to feel guilty for saying, I'm going to bow out of that one, thanks.
I'm actually sick of looking at my laptop.
Yeah.
Sick of it. Sick to death of looking at my laptop. And I've got assignments to do this weekend. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. Already sick of it. And that, yeah, like we're spending more and more time in front of this little screen with the webcam on top of it, talking.
So I might come down to a different laptop and say hi.
That's how few people we've seen.
Literally.
Tell us hi on the comments.
Please.
Why we're still worthy of conversation.
Please.
But I know for one that I've had that kind of day today where I had a meeting first thing in the morning. I've done my Joe Wick, my PE with Joe Wick, which if you're not doing it, make sure you tune in or watch it back because it's brilliant. He was dressed up as Spider-Man today.
It was an awful suit though. He could have got a better suit.
True. But it's Fancy Just Friday every Friday. So get involved there. And yeah, after that, I was just kind of.
I went as Mr. Blobby. Dressed in black.
Yeah. The goth Mr. Blobby.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I was just kind of like, well, I know I've got things that I need to do, but actually, I'm just not feeling it today.
The thing is, laziness creates more laziness as well.
It does.
And motivation.
And it's funny that you mentioned motivation. I was scrolling through TikTok earlier because I'm down with the kids.
Yeah, man. I am not.
But there's a psychotherapist on there who's got a profile.
Okay.
And one of the things that she was saying about motivation is that motivation just doesn't really appear. It just pictures, please. Is that a picture of Abigail as Mr. Blobby?
It was just me in my gym kit. I'm afraid I was going to make Blobby trying to do the old exercises.
And yeah, after I did those things, I was just kind of like, well, I know that I've got things to do, but
I'm the best procrastinator in the world.
Yeah.
I think I should win an award
Mm-hmm.
for procrastinating.
And then I was talking about TikTok, and I'm on TikTok. But she did a TikTok earlier, which was about motivation and about action. And I think I mentioned it really badly, described as like the donkey pushing the cart, or as opposed to pulling it. And that's because motivation and momentum comes from an action. And when you truly get very good at doing something, or that you really inspire and want to do, then you take the action when you're not motivated. Whereas today, I wasn't motivated, even though I know I've got actions that I want to do. So it's been quite like a lesser day. It hasn't been a bad day.
No.
But I'm very I've just been getting along with it. Yeah, we've got Shaky Shack Mum.
Yes, we do.
They do delivery mum in the local area.
Yes,
those that are watching in Northern
in
Ireland might be pushing their luck.
And Cardiff.
Yeah, that's true. TikTok is brilliant. And yeah, so the motivation and the action, and the kind of what I'm trying to say is that if you don't have the urge or the gumption to take the action, then don't do it. And don't feel guilty on it, and don't put shame on yourself for feeling that kind of way either. No. It's okay to have a down day. It's good to have a series of down days.
Unless you've got a deadline looming.
But then that's your motivation anyway, isn't it? That is how you work.
Talking about it until the deadline is 2 days away.
And then just
I'm like, oh yeah.
And then just throwing it out there and doing it. And then doing it really well the first time. So that's good. Nearly there, I've nearly finished the course. Hang on in there.
Yeah.
So what else was I going to talk about that? Yeah, so the kind of one pitfall. So it's not about making your life amazingly better whilst we're in this period of isolation, which is what J.K. Rowling was alluding to with the life coaches and them saying, this is your opportunity to be the thing that you've always wanted to be, is that you don't have to. If you're quite content with how you were before, and you're quite content in the space you are now, don't feel like you need to be pulled along. You still have your goals and aspirations, which were a little bit separate anyway. And in this period of a tumultuous time, very uncertain, you don't have to jump into it. And I started off by saying earlier on that I've been doing these videos, but what I haven't been doing is all of the creative things that I normally do. So I haven't been reading scripts, I haven't been recording songs, I haven't been playing my guitar, and I've really had no gumption or desire to either. Like, they've been in the back of my mind. I haven't forgotten them, and they are still things that I'd like to do, but certainly in the last 7 to 10 days I have not been interested in it whatsoever. And it only really started coming back. I think I was talking to you about it yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's only now that I'm getting to do it. But as John was saying earlier, and Hannah, normal life still gets done.
It does.
And we end up not having a lot of time.
Yeah, we have no time in the day.
We have no time. We end up walking when it's dark.
Like, what the hell? We don't have tea until 8 o'clock.
Yeah. How do you both get your motivation when you feel you have none? Oh, I'll let you answer that one first.
Oh. Depends what it's about, really. Motivation to do what?
Well, anything, I suppose.
So we're after lockdown. We've had a pajama day, but did all we had to. But now I'm ready to tackle some things this evening.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Fair
good.
Enough. Yeah, that's good. In fact, my usual work pattern when I'm in the office on a Friday is that I'm rubbish in the morning, and then I start getting really productive towards the end of the shift and into the evening. So that might just be my natural cycle anyway. But going back to Hannah's question about motivation.
Yeah, how do you both get your motivation when you feel you have none? Oh my God. I think talking to Tom probably is my motivation. I love to talk about things before I actually do them.
That's a very good point, actually. So you recognise that you can't be bothered.
I'm quite aware of how I feel and things, if I'm feeling down or lacking motivation. So Tom is usually the person I'll phone. So, Tom, I'm just feeling like this, blah, 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 blah. Then I'll talk about it and usually have a laugh then. And it just G's me up to get a little bit of lust back in.
And then also, one of the things that you're very good at is once you've talked to me, or even before you talk to me, you know that the hardest part of writing your assignments, because that's been a lot of your motivational barriers at the moment, is just doing that first page. with the title, your
Yeah,
student
so
number.
it's the smallest thing, and it's literally opening the laptop, opening a new Word document, putting what assignment is, the title, my name and ID, save as,
Close.
and close the laptop. I'm like, I have worked well.
Yeah.
And I'll come back to it, and it's like a huge barrier is gone.
And it's already there. So
Yeah.
you chip away at that first barrier.
I do. It's usually the first barrier for me. I've been avoiding doing 3 reflective practices I've got to do. And I know I've just got to get on with it. So I have done that first step, actually.
Oh, well done.
I've done Rock 1, Rock 2, Rock 3.
Very well done. Because
But now I need to talk to Tom about them.
But you're very good at the reflective practice anyway. So that's
Love a bit of reflective.
Yeah, so that's something that you're genuinely good at and enjoy doing, and yet still have that barrier.
I do. It's ridiculous. And until I've spoken to Tom, I will procrastinate to all extremes.
So I need to make sure I'm always free.
He does. Bless him. I really must do his head in.
In fact, are there any other people who's watching in the comments who would like to give what they do? So Collie has said that write a list.
I write lists for Wales.
Yeah, so I use an app for all of my lists. So I've got Things app.
So hold on then. So what's your motivation then?
My motivation, then we'll come back to Liz then.
Yeah.
Celebrating small wins, Abigail. Yes.
Woohoo! Absolutely. I'm all about that. And proper whooping about it as well.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
So coming back to my thing. Oh, hello to Lula. Give them a wave.
Yeah. She's got a Bueno milkshake.
Yes.
Thank you.
Lovely. So my motivation, what do? I tend to sit on the issue that I'm having for far too long, and annoy myself with it. And then for whatever reason, I'll procrastinate a lot. Then what do I do?
King procrastinator.
I suppose I've got my things list. So the thing which I do, which is also a massive procrastination technique, is I reorganize all of my calendar. So I'm obsessed with my calendar and obsessed
He is ridiculously obsessed. I'm old school. I have to write it on the wall. Classic traditional calendar.
No, for me,
Tom is not.
It's all on my phone, multiple calendars, all color coordinated, all allocated time to do different bits and pieces. And because my life is kind of split into different things of the day job, acting, and the kind of the HelloTomDyer coaching kind of stuff, they're all different colors, and I allocate the time to do it. And I'll organize that on my things list until it's down to one thing that I know that I can do that one thing, and then I'll do it. And I'm a big fan of making your bed in the morning as well, because that's one action that's kind of...
Well, it's the 5-second rule as well, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're going to do it.
5 seconds.
Quickly do it.
If it's in your head, thinking about it, do the 5-second rule.
Yeah.
And always make your bed in the morning, because that's the first thing that you need to do to think, right, I've made my bed. What's next on the list?
I've done one thing already. This means I can do 2 things.
Even opening the curtains. Opening the curtains is really important as well.
Yes, I love natural light. Collie's waving at you, Selena.
Yeah, I've just said hi.
I know that's why she's waving. I read a lot of books. I do read a lot of books. This predates isolation, but I have set myself the target of reading 52 books this year, because I read over 12 last year. So I'm currently on book.
It's killing me reading one. I have to look to the end of the chapter to see how many pages I've got to go.
See, I'm too mathematical for that, and I get how many active reading pages there are and divide it by 7, so I know how to get through it. But I am enjoying it. A lot of people, when I tell that to them, it's like, but you can't be enjoying reading. It's like, no, I very much am. So Liz, I've had days in the last fortnight where I'm super focused and productive, and others where I don't feel like doing anything at all. I'm just trying not to punish myself on those days and catch up when I can.
Absolutely, Liz. I definitely have days like that.
Yeah. So when was I at the desk?
I think sometimes when you realise you're on one of those days, you just go, you know what, sod it. Who cares? Have a pizza. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. And there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Do not kick yourself about it at all.
Yeah, because I was the same. I think, was it yesterday or the day before? I was at this table pretty much all day.
Yeah, you were like...
and I've started waking up really, really early, and I'm doing a lot of work before work starts, typing away. So I'm doing a lot of work, and then in the evening, I can then chill out, have food, watch a film, go to bed. And then today, it just hasn't been that at all. really hasn't been that. But that's okay. And then I started talking about it earlier, the risk of having too many subsequent days that feel rubbish. And if you catch yourself and you're so many days into it, that's when you still don't need to take on the world. But what it might be worth doing then is being the agonist and actually ringing someone and saying, I'm in a funk and I don't know what to do now. I was really productive on Wednesday, but now it's Sunday, and you know what? Things just don't feel like they're getting better. At that point, you need to get the motivation and get out of that funk and actually pick up the phone and ring someone.
Yeah, I think talking about it really helps.
Yeah, even if it's the tool that I used yesterday talking with Hannah, just text someone and get it out of your head, or write something down. It doesn't have to be a list. It could just be continuous prose. It could just be, today is this day and I'm feeling like this and the sun is shining, and just start writing, and then actually be honest with what you're thinking and write down things that you know no one's ever going to see, because then you can start actually picking out the themes as to why you're in a bit of a funk, which could be really helpful as well. It's when people come to me and they say that they've lost their focus and their concentration, that's the go-to I always tell them, is to get a pen and paper and just write it down. Whatever the thought is, whatever the stream of thought is, doesn't need to make sense. You just need to write it. And then you can look back at it and recognize different patterns.
It's very good.
Yeah. We've already hit half an hour, which blows my mind. That has gone so quickly.
We just love it so much.
Yum. Bueno everywhere. So before we wrap up and leave you, are there any questions? Is there anything that you would like us to talk a little bit more on? And also for next week, what would you like us to talk about? What would you like us to cover?
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything.
We are open books. We will be honest.
Yeah, this is your opportunity to listen to us talk about anything that you want, and we'll do it. It doesn't have to be within this space of kind of health and well-being and all of that. It can be if you want.
It looks like sick. It looks like I've been sick right now. I was like,
I know. So yeah, so fire away with the questions. Hello, Gemma. We're just about to leave, though, Gemma.
Oh, that's sad.
Sorry.
Hi.
Hi, Jay. Oh, I mentioned, Jay, if you're still watching, I mentioned your Peter Pan filming the other day, which will happen. Jay shared pictures on her Minari Film Productions of what she was doing for a student show. And brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She's brilliant to work with as well. We will put that show on for you.
Well done.
Any questions from anyone about motivation, about anything else? If not, we'll head off.
We'll let you enjoy your Fridays, everybody. It's the weekend.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend.
So go and have a glass of wine or enjoy a takeaway. Do something that it feels good for the soul.
Good for the soul.
Light a candle.
Nice.
Read a magazine.
Do
Whatever
something
you
crazy.
Just do something to chill.
No, do something crazy.
Or crazy.
Or crazy, yeah. It's entirely up to you.
How crazy you can go at home. But
yeah, you do what you want to do.
Jump around the house and dance. Pretend you're having a party.
We won't be here tomorrow or Sunday. We'll be back on Monday. So you've got a whole weekend of things that we can to suggest what it is that you want us to talk about.
Little thing in your brain.
Have a think. Let me know. Drop me a message. If you haven't already watched the feed I did yesterday about grief and bereavement with Hannah of Connective Arts Northern Ireland, be sure to check that out from yesterday's episode. It was quite a lengthy one, so get a cup of tea for that one. Give that page a like as well. And yeah, if you have any questions for any of us, if you'd like me to have other guests on for their point of view, then ask me as to who would you like to talk with, and I'll see what I can do within reason.
I was going to say, within the realms.
I want to talk to Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Fun fact, he was born in Haverfordwest.
He was.
So yeah, get suggestions in.
Bye.
I will find the best expert that I can to do that. We've got 2 people asking for a family singer.
Yeah, what is going on? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Who is?
What would you like us to sing?
It's usually just spontaneous.
It does usually just happen. Well, even in this one, we've had...
I know, we've had 2 songs, I believe. Maybe 3.
3 songs already in this one. You should have tuned in earlier. Oh, talking of which, I don't know which side of the screen it's on. I think it's this side. If you click on the 3 dots above my logo up here, it'll say that you can activate notifications for every time I go live. Because I'm not very good at going live at the same time every single day, if you click on those 3 dots and click on allow notifications, you will hear when I'm going live.
Bye.
Hello, Mike. Hannah says a Disney song. Can Tallulah say goodbye as Miranda sings?
No.
Yes, you can. Why not?
Ah, you scared her off. I'm doing well, thanks, Mike.
I was gonna.
Oh, Friday, yeah.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. When I think I like it. We might actually not allow it.
Oh, they might ban this
Yeah,
live feed now. We've got over 3 seconds.
Sorry.
But yeah, we'll leave you on that note, and
enjoy your weekends, everybody.
Yeah.
Well done, because you can't really see.
Get some sunshine, drink some wine, have a takeaway, light a candle.
Okay, they might.
Life is good.
Right, and despite there being a heat wave, don't fall in. And hi, Mike. Can I get some enthusiasm? Maybe a song dedicated to me. Mike,
the Beatles.
Mike, you legend.
Oh, the Beatles. Oh, we must know a Beatles song.
He said "Let It Be" by the Beatles.
Oh, let it be, let it
Stop!
be,
Are you gonna go from
let
there?
it be. Isn't that it?
How does it start?
Singing words of wisdom, let it be, let it be.
Yeah, but how does that start though?
Oh.
What? No, I've forgotten the first.
Stop.
Tomorrow.
You're-
I've forgotten the first line of "Let It Be." Come on, we'll get this out, and then we'll tick this off. Thank you, Dion. Oh well, thanks, guys. The emphasis on the wow, I'm sure.
Oh.
Come on, we know this one. Right,
I don't
everyone
really
together.
know it.
When I find you, there you go.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary comes to me, singing words of wisdom. Let it be. That was your bit.
I don't know the words.
But yeah,
just let it be.
Let it be. Enjoy your weekends. Enjoy the sun. But whilst they're enjoying the sun, Abigail.
What?
Well, how do we sign these off?
Oh, sorry. Oh, my goodness. Well, more than ever, because unfortunately, numbers really are not cool right now. So please stay at home, protect the NHS, save lives.
Stay safe. Mwah. Love you all.
Bye.